So apparently there is this fucking billboard that says Martin Luther King Jr. was a Republican. Really? Really? When he said Ronald Reagan was basically an idiot, where he said that a majority of the extremist Republicans are racist, and I would encourage people not to vote Republican, and when he said, and not to mention, the guy who signed the Civil Rights Bill was a fucking Democrat, and the person who proposed it, while, to be real here, Kennedy had to be really kicked in the balls to really get on board with civil rights, unlike LBJ, who was like, we're gonna get this fucking thing passed. You can say all the shit you want about LBJ, but you can't, deny that without LBJ's aggressive mindset in terms of politics, that I don't think the Civil Rights Bill would have really passed without LBJ's aggressive mindset. And yeah, Martin Luther King was so, anyone who thinks that Martin Luther King would support what America's doing now, oh hell no, hell no. The man opposed Vietnam. Do you fucking think that Martin Luther King Jr., who pledged nonviolence every single fucking day, would be in favor of drone strikes and double taps? Do you think that's Martin Luther King Jr., who even fucking said it himself, the greatest, ruler of violence is my own government? Something along those lines? You really think that Martin Luther King Jr. would be in favor of the war on terror and would be in favor of Guantanamo and torture? Would be in favor of getting rid of welfare and gutting Obamacare? In fact, I would say Martin Luther King would say maybe we need to do more with Obamacare. In fact, here are some lovely quotes from this great man. We all too often have socialism for the rich and rugged free market capitalism for the poor. There must be better distribution of wealth, and maybe America must move toward a democratic socialism. I have always been deeply interested and sympathetic with the total work of the Planned Parenthood Federation. We must guard against being fooled by false slogans such as right to work. Its purpose is to destroy labor unions. Yeah, that Martin Luther King Jr. sounds totally in favor of modern Republican philosophy. Oh, we have Lincoln. Lincoln would be a fucking Democrat by today's standards. And Martin Luther King sounds pretty liberal to me. In fact, more liberal than a lot of fucking people. Martin Luther King was probably one of the most tolerant men ever. He believed in equal rights for all people. If you really listen to that I Have a Dream speech, which is one of the most beautiful and most intellectually, smart speeches ever documented in the history of the world and the history of mankind in general, then he talks about the idea of man, surpassing its savage nature. And the idea that Martin Luther King would be in favor of the war on terror and would be in favor of drone strikes is a fucking insult to this great man's name. And the fact you think this great man would be in favor of fascist, stupid, Republican philosophies is even more of a disgrace to this great man. Live long and prosper and have a nice day.